Alright, there we go. We should be going live now. Sorry we are a couple minutes late, just in case anyone is watching other than my wife and you were sitting waiting on the timer to go live. My OBS decided it was better to make a new stream than to broadcast to the one I had scheduled, so I had to shut the stream down. Anyway, a lot of tech issues. Sorry about that. Anyway, I got up to top 15k. I think I was up at like top 5k at one point and then crashed back down and to like top 40k. It was bad. Fiddled with my team a bit. You can see I've been experimenting with Pongoro, which is not what we're doing today, but it's interesting. This is the team that I want to play today, which is going to be a Mega Blastoise team. So if we go to view details. So this is a pretty standard hyper offense team that uses Talonflame to set up Tailwind. It can then clap back with Dual Wing Beats if it's still full HP, or it can use Flare Blitz if it needs to hit. Like Caesar is getting particularly popular right now. Sylveon is just doing absolutely amazing in the meta right now. You have to worry about Iron Head from Kingambit, and that's about it. I think it takes 3 Earthquakes from an Adamant Gengar or a Garchomp to kill this thing. Meanwhile, it kills it back in 2 or 1 Hyper Beam. I've lost a couple games against Como-O recently, so I wanted to try him on the team, as well as the Focus Sash Glamora, who is there to deal with the Charizard Y and a few other things like Archaludon using the Earth Power. And then Blastoise and Sinistcha. Now, this is not the standard Blastoise team that's going around the meta right now. The standard Blastoise team right now uses Vivillon with Choice Scarf to get extremely fast, and with Compound Eyes as his ability, extremely accurate, 97% accurate. Sleep Powders, so you can Fake Out plus Sleep Powder, and then Sleep Powder plus Water Spout, and Blastoise go burr. That's not quite what I want to do with this team. I want to have Blastoise in the back. I want to set Tailwind up, and then preferably get my Talonflame killed. And then swap into Blastoise, and just start clicking Water Spout when I already have a Tailwind set up. You will notice my Blastoise is actually maximum speed, so I'm just really hoping to catch people off guard with that. I have not tried this team out. I honestly expect to lose about the first 2 or 3 games, as I am just figuring out the team. I, did it in Pokemon Showdown, played around with it, did some calcs, make sure I was happy with stuff, but I haven't actually brought it to the ladder because I wanted my authentic reaction here on stream. As a final piece of intro. Give me a second. So this needs... They're going to be starting probably Blastoise plus... or Farigiraf plus either Blastoise or the Hatterene. So it's probably Glamora and Sylveon, with then Como and Blastoise in the back. Blastoise Water Spout hits everything there really hard. Sylveon will absolutely eat the Machamp. Aura Sphere on either of these kills the Excadrill. The Hatterene, really the Sludge Bomb is the only thing I have that's good against it. So the Hatterene I'm a little bit scared about. And part of me wants to bring the Sinistcha, just in case they bring their own Blastoise, which it looks like they probably will. However, I don't know how well it does up against just like Sludge Bomb plus Hyper Voice, Anyway, as I was saying, the last little bit of intro, I have with me a mug of honey citron tea. So I apologize if there is the occasional bit of slurping, but honey citron tea is literally one of my favorite things in the world. Due to the nature of my job, I travel a few times, 2 or 3 times a year usually, to Japan, and while I'm there, I try to get honey citron tea to bring home so I can then cook it the rest of the time. and Hyper Voice or Detect here. If I think he's going to Earthquake plus Rock Slide, I should Detect. If I think he's going to like Earthquake plus Knockout, yeah, I think we go for Hyper Voice here. Anyway, I always try to bring some honey citron tea, because you can get it in like a jar. You can then make your own tea with home with me, so that I can make some at home to last me until my next trip. And the place I usually buy it from recently closed, so I haven't had any, and I was getting sad and honestly having a little bit of withdrawals. And then my wife and I went shopping this morning, and we found out that the local, I don't know what you would call it, like Asian market, has honey citron tea. It's not the same brand, but you know, it's good enough. And I love this stuff so much. So naturally, I brought it home with me. He's probably going to Ironhead the Sylveon and dual beam, twin beam, whatever it's called, the Frigorap's signature, the Glimmora, right? I don't want him to set up the Trick Room here. Yeah, I was considering Hyper Beaming, but I really want to keep the Sylveon alive in case he brings out T-Tar next. Yep, okay, I was right about that. Was Trick Room. Dang it. That is Sand Rush, though, so he's still slower than either of my guys. The question just becomes, do I want a Clangorous Soul or do I want a Water Spout? I think I want a Water Spout. He wouldn't swap in T-Tar here. So I think we just Sludge Bomb, yeah. Now we are probably going to take a Twin Beam from the Frigoraph, which sucks a little. It'll reduce the Water Spout damage. What? Please reconnect me to the match. Please reconnect me to that match. Okay, it looks like he set up Psychic Terrain and then died. I am not quite sure exactly what happened that turn. I had that happen last night as well. I wonder if the servers are having some stability issues. Oh my god, this honey citron tea is so good. Oh god, that honestly makes me so happy. It is quite probably my favorite drink in the entire world. Okay, my OBS said it disconnected from the internet for a second, so I hope you guys didn't drop there. I have a delay set up for that exact reason, so that if something drops, it'll keep playing. I am sorry about the tech issue, you guys. Doesn't look like the stream went down, though, so we're good. Is that Dazzling Gleam? Yeah. That was Expanding Force. Interesting. I guess I should have checked. Well, yeah, I knew it was Psychic Terrain. I just didn't realize Hatterini got that. Okay, so I have to survive 2 more turns. This is going to come down to needing a double protect, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's 2 rooms of Trick Turn. I mean, just in case he doesn't target at me for whatever weird reason, right? Like, the correct play here is Sludge. Because there's a 0% chance that I ever get 3 protect. I mean, it's not a 0, but it's a 1 in 3 followed by a 1 in 9. So it's like a 1 in 27. I think we have to Aura Sphere. I'm pretty sure I've lost this one already. The Expanding Force really caught me off guard. Maybe I shouldn't have brought the Como. Yeah. Don't really know who would have been better in this situation. As I said, still getting used to the team. Sinistcha might have been the correct play there. I talked about wanting to be able to hit the Blastoise with it. But as I said, we are still learning this team. Really sad we didn't get to see Blastoise do his Water Spout because we had that very short disconnect. But, you know, you have this next game for it. Alright, so this looks like a rain team, like a pretty hard rain team to me. So I think I want to start with Como. And maybe Talonflame for the quick guard so I can block a Fake Out if it's coming. The other option would be starting Blastoise so I can hit Water Pulse or Dark Pulse up against the fish, but I really want that in the back. So I think it's... Actually, I think it's this, that, and that. So he is not going to Fake Out the Glimmora, so I can just swap Como over to Sinistcha if it is Fake Out. Do we just start with Blastoise here? We honestly might just start with Blastoise. Because if he doesn't start Fake Out and he starts with the Rain instead, we can just really start mowing through his team. Now we don't have our Tailwind here, which is concerning. If we get in a situation where he has Tailwind and we don't, this team does kind of fall apart. But I'm hoping we can just keep the pressure up so much that he can't. The other team that I want to show off today, if we have time, / if we're not having luck with Mega Blastoise, is a Rain team. This is perfect. So we want to Power Gem the Pelipper and Fake Out the Caesar. Just to stop him from getting like a Swords Dance or anything like that. And then next turn hit Water Spout, I think. Oh? Into Archaludon? Cool. Yep, that makes sense. We may not end up hitting Water Spout next turn. We may need to hit Aura Sphere instead. Depends on how threatened we're feeling by that Archaludon. I'm not feeling particularly threatened, I think. Let me see. My Glimmora versus Archaludon. We do about 63% with Earth Power. And I'm pretty sure we outspeed. if he's max speed, he outspeeds us. But this team, I don't think, runs the max speed Archaludon, so here we just Earth Power to hit the Archaludon, and we just hit the Water Spout. The downside to doing this is Scizor is probably going to Bullet Punch the Blastoise, which will reduce the power of Water Spout. But because he set the rain up for us... Really? I do not think that was the right play at all. Yep, and then Water Spout probably gets the KO on both of them. Maybe not Scizor. Scizor's Steel, so he resists it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Max Special Attack Modest Blastoise in the rain is an absolute monster. As a general rule of thumb, if you're going up against a Blastoise team, you probably don't bring Pelipper. Alright, so here we... Sludge Bomb... Sludge Bomb is not effective, so we... Rock Gem, and we Dark Pulse. And that should take care of the the Basculegion. That is the Choice Scarf version, I think? Oh, it could be Swift Swim. So that is how this team should, in theory, function. We get some level of support for Blastoise, and or get the opponents low. Like, even just hitting that Rock Gem on the Archaludon, we wouldn't have been able to kill it from 100. Because the Water Spout... maybe we would have. In rain? Weather as rain. Yeah, I mean, the Water Spout does about 40 to 50%. Okay, yeah, we would have. I'm generally not a big fan of Mega Blastoise personally. I think it's really... I want to be careful how I word this. Most Pokemon get a new ability... What on earth? Most Pokemon get a new ability when they Mega Evolve. And regardless of like competitive optimization, give me a moment. I will finish that thought in just a moment. It comes down to Sylveon or Como. I think it's got to be Como here. Anyway, outside of competitive optimization, which, you know, is an important part. We're trying to hit top 300, right? But just like emotionally, as someone who enjoys Pokemon games, I like utilizing the ability that you get when you Mega Evolve because it feels thematically appropriate. Like, could you run Dazzling Gleam on Mega Gardevoir? Sure. But Hyper Voice gets affected by Pixelate. Like, parentheses, and does more damage, right? But it thematically fits with what the Mega wants you to do with it. And another perfect example, I play around with Mega Emboar. I like having Earthquake on him. Why? Because he has Mold Breaker, and Levitate is one of the few things that Mold Breaker actually interacts with in like a meaningful way, and so I thought it like thematically fit what they want us to do with him. And I say all that to say Blastoise gets Mega Launcher, which makes... Oh, this guy's on a 5-win streak and has an 1800 elo. Okay, we need to actually pay attention for this one. Is this Char X? He doesn't have any Char Y support, and he wouldn't set up the weather if he was just going to get rid of it. I'm expecting either Protect plus Blizzard or Mega into Char X and Dragon Dance. Okay, here we go. So it is Char Y. He just sets the weather up to get one, like, YOLO Blizzard off. Sorry, I know I was in the middle of a thought when I stopped, but I want to be able to get this out. I want to be able to win this game. Most opponents, I feel like I can still ramble while I play, but the fact that this guy is way higher elo than us and on a massive win streak, I want to lock in a little bit. Okay, probably Garchomp coming in, yeah? Cool. Yep, and then he breaks the Gale Wings, that's smart. This is probably Choice Scarf Garchomp, who's going to outspeed my Talonflame and hit rocks. But honestly, the Garchomp is the bigger threat. I don't really have anything good to hit him with. So I think we just guaranteed kill the Sneasler. Oh, yep, and then it's Earthquake. That's smart. It's not Choice. So here the Como-O is going to hit the spread Clangorous Soul. I'm pretty sure that does enough to Garchomp to get the kill. Let me see, Garchomp. Clangorous Souls, even in a double battle, does 80%. Maximum 68% minimum, so it is a roll. That works for me. I probably should have hit... I mean, if I knew he was going to protect, which we didn't know for sure, hitting Clangorous Soul instead of Scales would have been better, because we would have got the +1 Omni boost, but that's fine. This forces the Charizard out while I still have one turn of Tailwind, so he's going to be forced... No, my Tailwind ran out, okay. I still outspeed max speed Char Y, and he should know that. So I have two plays here. I can either play to keep him honest, and I can Rock Blast him. But I think the better play is to Power Gem the Garchomp. No, because Glimmora is faster. I'm going to take the risky play here. If the Char Y hits Air Slash on Como, we could be in a problem. That's really about the only thing I have to worry here. The safest play would be Rock Blast into Charizard, but as I said, I have a feeling he's going to protect. Char Y players are getting more and more aware of the fact that even regular Glimmora outspeeds them. Weather Ball's an ice type right now. Yep. Ooh, I don't think that kills. Yep. So next turn, he's going to Mega Evolve into Char Y. I really like this team. This is cool. He's going to Mega Evolve into Char Y, setting Sun, which will cut Water Spout's damage in half. And probably hit me with a Solar Beam. So I don't want to Water Spout. We could fake out the Garchomp. I worry we don't do at least 6% damage though, because we are minus attack nature. I think we actually have to Dark Pulse the Charizard here. We probably lost this one. If I'd set the Tailwind up one turn later, I think we would have had it. Because if I set it up one turn later, we could come here, hit the Water Spout, even though it's reduced damage, and probably kill both of them. So that'd be full HP when it goes off. For anyone who is watching this at the time of recording or shortly thereafter, the Indianapolis Regionals is happening this weekend, this upcoming week, something like that, I think. And it will be the first regionals played on Pokemon Champions, which I think is a important, I don't want to say break point, but maybe inflection point, as what I've heard from a lot of the people that actually go to tournaments and do like professional level play is outside of like YouTube content, they weren't really trying to figure out this meta as hard, because the previous tournaments, San Diego, I think, or Orlando, whatever one happened recently, was still being played on Scarlet Violet with the, you can bring legendaries, you can bring Paradox Mons and all that stuff. And they were more worried about getting their wins there than they were necessarily getting ahead on Champions. That's obviously over. We're coming up into the first Champions tournament, as I said. So we should be seeing actual professionals who sat down and like picked apart the meta. Let me pick my starting team here, and then I will mention the things I wanted to finish saying about Mega Blastoise just a moment ago. Alright. So, the rambling I did before I got cut off last match because I had to lock in. Mega Blastoise gets Mega Launcher as his ability. I like using Mega Form's abilities because it feels thematically appropriate to what the developers wanted us to use. And it's clear why Mega Blastoise gets Mega Launcher. He has a Mega Launcher on his back, right? It's all good. When you look at the list of of moves boosted by, in fact, let me Pokemon Mega Launcher. There are two water type moves that get boosted by Mega Launcher. One is Origin Pulse, which is the signature of Kyogre. And I don't think they should give Origin Pulse to Mega Blastoise because that would be ridiculously overpowered. I've seen some like ROM hacks that do that, and it's just not appropriate power level compared to other things, right? Plus, personally, I don't like 85 accuracy. Anyway, the other one is Water Pulse, which is only 60 base power, which makes it only 90 base power after the boost. So we probably want to either fake out the Pelipper or just go in on the Water Spout. He is probably going to flip turn into my Glimmora. So yeah, I think we just do this and Water Spout. I feel like the correct thing to do, in air quotes, is to make a new move that's either signature to Blastoise or just small distribution. That is a 80 or 85 base power move that's water type. Just Dragon Pulse, but water. And I think Blastoise is in a much better place. Really? It's Wave Crash? Alright, so here I think we Spiky Shield and we... Yeah, here we Spiky Shield to avoid the Aqua Jet and we just Water Spout again. But yeah, it always feels bad when you have a Pokemon where the optimal option... Oh, he predicted the Spiky Shield, good call. Where the optimal option is not taking a stab move. And it also feels bad when the optimal option is not taking a move that interacts with your ability. And Mega Blastoise, you kind of have to pick between those, because you can take like Dark Sphere, or Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, Dragon Pulse, none of which are stab for him, or you can take moves that are stab, like Water Spout. It's just personal preference. I don't know if we care about healing up the Glimmora. I think we'd want to heal the Como. Depending on what he throws out, if we're not threatened. Okay, so it's his own Blastoise. So here, he is going to Trick Room with the Sinistcha. That is basically guaranteed. However, I'm pretty sure we can just Sludge Bomb Clanging Scales and it'll kill. He's probably going to fake out the Glimmora if I had to guess. He doesn't care about the Toxic Debris because his remaining Mon is Flying type. I think Clanging Scales kills the Sinistcha before it sets up Trick Room. One of the ways you could optimize this team, and I may do this later as a way to experiment with it, is to run your own... I mean, I do have Trick Room on... he didn't fake out, wow. I have Trick Room on our Sinistcha, so you might want to run like Tailwind plus Blastoise plus Sinistcha plus Slow Como-O, so that you can then do... a slow, or maybe Tailwind plus Como up front, and then slow Blastoise. Do it more like a Trick Room, or a Trick Wind, or Tail Room. I don't know, people have different names for it. A team that tries to take advantage of both. There is, I think, one turn of rain left, but I do not have Protect on both of these mods, as far as I remember. I don't think Sinistcha has it. It's 2 turns of rain anyway. Alright. So we... If he has Ice Beam, he kills us. He kills Como, I believe. Otherwise, I don't think he's much of a threat. Give me a moment. Como... Max speed Como is 115. Max speed, yeah, he does. There's a chance he outspeeds us. I'm pretty sure I outsped him last round, though. Yeah, there we go. Como is an interesting one. I know some people, including Wolfie, played around with him during Scarlet Violet. I think Wolfie made 2 videos. Oh, come on, Sinistcha. 2 videos on him, if I remember correctly. One of which was playing around with Sinistcha, the other one was playing around with Citrus Berry, I think. The Sinistcha team, he had Bellydrum, Snorlax, and Clangorous Soul Como on the same team as the Sinistcha. This is back when the Scarlet and Violet DLC that added Sinistcha first came out. So Teal Mask first came out. And then I really expected Como to get a lot of play after that, because he works very well with Sinistcha. He also works very well with Terastallizing, because he has a 4x weakness to Fairy. So this team 100% starts with Kleavor on turn 1. So I think we do Talonflame and Blastoise. And then we do Glimmora in the back. Always feels bad. So it may be Sinistcha and Como. No, I think it's Sylveon here. If he starts with Kleavor and Glimmora, that is Tailwind plus Rock Axe, Stone Axe pressure. I don't care if my Talonflame dies to a Stone Axe, as long as I get my Tailwind up. And then the other concern would him be either Stone Axe or... Oh yeah, because I had to fake him out. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't want to fake out, because he can hit me with Encore. And then that basically instantly wins him the game if he kills my Talonflame and Encores Blastoise. I think he has to go for Stone Axe at the Talonflame. So I think we can get away with the Water Spout. Next turn is going to be iffy. Kleavor, most of them are running Choice Scarf. I have seen a few run the Focus Sash to guarantee they survive a hit. If that's the case, I'll bring in my Sylveon next and hit Quick Attack on it. Whimsicott protected? He was worried about me hitting Dual Wing Beat. Which, you know, could be a valid solution. But I wanted to get the Water Spout off before his Kleavor has a chance to move. This makes me think it's Focus Sash, though. It's not. Okay, well here he either has to choose to get his own Tailwind up, or to Encore my Talonflame. If he tries to Encore my Talonflame, I'll kill whatever comes out next to his Whimsicott. If he tries to get his own Tailwind up, I'm pretty sure I outspeed and kill with Dual Wing Beat, unless he's like maximum HP. And ooh, but he can hit. So his plan is Tailwind or Encore, it doesn't matter, plus Aqua Jet here. So I think the correct play is Quick Guard and Dark Pulse, the Basket Legion, and then I think we basically guaranteed win the game here. Quick Guard is a move that protects from priority moves. It hasn't seen a ton of play, not nearly as much as like Wide Guard does. Yep, there's the Encore blocked. And here's the Aqua Jet. It wasn't Aqua Jet. That's surprising that it's not Aqua Jet. Dual Wing Beat and Dark Pulse both there. If he Encores Blastoise, his last Mon is a Char Y, which Sylveon can probably deal with on her own. So I just need to make sure this thing dies. Yeah. I was expecting the Encore there, honestly. We have next turn, we still have the last turn of our Tailwind, I believe. Really, he doesn't have his... Okay, so either it's Mega Garchomp, which it's probably not, or he just didn't bring his Mega at all. Either way, Dual Wing Beat on the Whimsicott, and Dark Pulse for the flinch chance onto the Garchomp. He has Tailwind up. We won't have the flinch chance. Probably Rock Slide here, right? Because Rock Slide probably does at least 40% to... What? Okay, I mean that's a choice you're allowed to make. There's been a lot of discussion online about what people are wanting from the next. This is relevant to the game. I take a rambly way to get there. What people want from the next regulation, MB, that we'll be having soon. And I hope we do not get Choice Band or Choice Specs. However, I do hope that we get the Rocky Helmet item. I think Rocky Helmet will help this meta a lot. Because when you look at the most used mons right now, there is, I want to say, almost exclusively physical attackers, right? Kingambit, Garchomp, and Basket Legion and Sneasler are the four tied for, like, well, you know, the four that are always in the top 4 places. And I'm not saying Rocky Helmet, like, immediately kills all of them, because it doesn't. However, it does damage them a little bit and lets you build things like max HP, max defense Sinistra, which I've used in the past to great results, just as a way to minorly punish teams that are just pure physical. Also, with the huge amount of Archaludons we're seeing in the meta, a Rocky Helmet Stamina Archaludon could win games by itself right now if your opponent doesn't have a team built to actually deal with it correctly. I also hope we do not get the Z Megas. Specifically, Lucario Z and Garchomp Z look far too powerful for this meta. Okay, so we 100% have to start with Glimmora here. Glimmora can rock Power Gem the Delphox, or can Sludge Bomb the Sylveon. Worst case scenario, he starts like Maushold and Farigiraf, and we just hit like a Sludge Bomb. I also think we want to start with probably not Sylveon, because Fire resist Fairy. He actually has a very, very resistant team. It might be Como with Talonflame and Blastoise in the back. If we can get through, like, weaken his Mons a little bit, bring in Talonflame, set up Tailwind, and then bring Blastoise in with a couple turns of it left, it should outspeed and kill Delphox. It should definitely outspeed and kill the Incineroar. The Aura Pulse, Aura Sphere, I can't remember its name, just cleans up the Kingambit. Fairy type Sylveon is really the only thing on his team that we don't have a great amount of coverage for, which is why we're starting Glimmora. I'm hoping he brings Sylveon out before we lose Glimmora. What? So Farigiraf is almost always to set up Trick Room. I mean, I'm just gonna Power Gem and Protect feels safe here. I'm assuming it's Twin Beam into Glimmora and Mega Evolve plus Psychic into Como. I'm okay dying to Twin Beam because I will outspeed and take out... Ooh, it could be Psychic from the Delphox into the Glimmora. But if it does, it doesn't double hit us. Yeah, okay. I've been experimenting with using Farigiraf as my counter to Delphox, or to Glimmora, because it's a non-contact move, so it doesn't set off the toxic debris, and it guarantees kills even through Focus Sash. Sorry for all the ums and ahs today. I don't know why, but I'm really, I mean, you know, baby in the house is why, but I am feeling very tired recently. And it's just hard to keep up the non-flow stream of words and think at the same time. So he's definitely going to hit a follow me here. Like, there's a 0% chance he doesn't. I think we still Power Gem just in case. The question is, do we swap? If we're expecting to take the Dark type move, or the Psychic type move, we don't have anyone we really want to swap into. So it's either Clinging Scales or Aura Sphere. I'm going to hit Clinging Scales. I want the AoE damage. It's probably going to be Follow Me and Psychic onto the Como. Yep. That's fine. Alright, here we Power Gem the Mouse Hold. Is there anyone who saw Ben right now? Not really. And we get the Tailwind up. The other option is, do we think Dual Wing Beat kills the Mouse Hold? Mouse Hold. Dual Wing Beat. Yeah, okay, so we Power Gem the Delphox and we Dual Wing Beat the Mouse Hold. Not getting the Tailwind up is risky, but if we kill the... Oh. Ah, yep. I got too greedy. But that means there's no Follow Me this turn. I think he actually played that wrong. Pretty famously right now. Pretty, like, I would assume someone at this rank should know almost all of the Glimmoras right now are Focus Sash. So he's definitely going to protect. So the best thing we can do is Sludge Bomb the Farig and then Tailwind. Right, because here it's probably, oh, if it's Trick Room and it survives, predicting that I would go for the Tailwind, it survives easily. This could be bad for us. It wasn't Protect. Okay. I know this looks bad because we're down 1v4. But I think we might actually be able to do it. We did hit Mega there, right? Yeah. Because this Water Spout outspeeds and kills both of them. And then the Mouse Hold is low HP. It really just depends on what his last one in the back is. If I were him, I would have protected at least one of them. We know the Delphox has Protect. Just to try to stall out my Tailwind teams. our turns. I only have 3 counting this turn left, so I have 2 more now. Yep, Mouse holds at like 25% HP. He dies here. King Gambit. Okay. It's 46. Okay. So I actually think we Aura Sphere. Like this. Because if he Sucker Punches, we don't want it to mess with the Water Spout damage. Yep. Choppleberry, he might survive. If he's extremely bulky. Okay. What is happening? I apologize for the fact that this keeps happening. I was playing last night and this morning and I didn't have issues. I assume it is happening on the server side. I don't know what he used, but he did half my HP. This is my last turn of Tailwind. We've got to kill the King Gambit this turn. Did you see the Talonflame spawn in for a second? Interesting. Oh well. And then I think we die here to, what is that, Kowtow probably? Yeah, there it is. Oh! Okay. I mean, if he has Fake Out, he wins. If he doesn't, I win. That's what this comes down to. Some of them haven't been running Fake Out recently. Yeah, or, sorry, Sucker Punch. That was a good game. I could have called the Delphox wouldn't protect the turn that the Vigoroth was out, maybe. Other than that, I mean, this is just one of those things where it's like best of one team sheet kind of stuff, right? Like, I think the Delphox had protect. Did we ever see it use it? Maybe we didn't. Okay, so this is 100% Mega Aerodactyl coming against... they actually might bring Venusaur because they see I have Blastoise. So I start with Talonflame and Glimmora. Blastoise always comes in the back. And I think it's gotta be Como because Sylveon does not like the Sludge Bombs. The other option is Sinistcha. Yeah. I just don't like bringing Sinistcha when they might have dual wing beat on the Aerodactyl, because I know from my Mega Aerodactyl that is one of the things that I look forward to is predicting the Sinistcha swapping in and just getting the free kill. Free in air quotes, right? Like Hospitality heals someone up, whatever. Anyway. There was a regional tournament maybe 6 months ago. Someone won with Heat Proof Sinistcha. It was mostly because there was some restricted mon they wanted to Rage Powder away. And it's been stuck in my head for a while that you could probably catch people off guard. It's more like a best of one closed team sheet thing, but I mean, even in open team sheet, people just didn't check Sinistcha's ability because they just assumed they knew it. I don't think there's much way he can punish this, right? Like he can Liquidation plus Rock Slide to kill my Talonflame or my Glimmora, either one. He can't kill both. Maybe. Rock Slide kills Talonflame and chips Glimmora a bit. And then Liquidation probably kills the Glimmora in exchange for me just taking out the Aerodactyl. Never mind. So I'm basically trading one of my Mons for Tailwind here. It's probably the Talonflame. Alright, if I see a Basculegion use Liquidation, I am fairly certain it is the Focus Sash version, because they don't want to take the recoil damage. So here we dual wing beat the Basculegion just to break it, and again we power gem the Aerodactyl. He does not have Tailwind, so even if he megas, we outspeed him. I don't know if this kills non-mega Aerodactyl. He's probably going to swap the Aerodactyl out. I don't remember anything on his team that really wants to swap into this. I could also try to protect the Aqua Jet and gone for Quick Guard, but if I'm wrong, which I would have been, it would really hurt. We'd end up losing both. Notably not Mega. I was right. Alright, maybe I should have. As I was saying, notably not Mega Aerodactyl, so that more or less confirms that it is Mega Veno. So I think I want to get Blastoise out while I can, because once the Mega Veno comes out, it'll be hard to just click Aqua, whatever these things are called. We still have priority. I actually might want to preserve the Talonflame, so I'm going to swap in Como. No. So here we can dual wing beat and Mega plus Fake Out. We saw that my dual wing beat goes off before his Aqua Jet, so I don't think, because we now know he's not swapping, I don't think there's anything he can do this turn to punish us. Okay, I mean, it wastes a turn of my Tailwind, but I also still have a full HP Talonflame, so it's not the worst. I have one turn of Tailwind left. I don't want to... I risk losing the Talonflame here and not being able to put Tailwind back up. But I think I have to preserve it. I think I have to preserve it. But I won't be able to easily set it back up next turn doing this. I don't feel good making this play. I'm really worried that he's going to do enough damage to the Blastoise. It is Mega Aerodactyl. Okay. So probably not Mega Venu in the back. And then this is Rock Slide. It's dual wing beat. Okay. We still kill the Aerodactyl here, I think. We do not. If I were him, I would dual wing beat the Como, and then would probably either Liquidation or Last Respects. Okay, yep. This is dual wing beat on the Como. For sure, right? Yep. Cool. Okay, now he doesn't have Tailwind either. He still outspeeds my Como. And I think that's fine, because here again we just click Clangering Scales, and he no longer outspeeds. If he's going to Dual Wing beat the Como, that leaves Blastoise alive and outspeeding the Venusaur. So Water Spout should kill the Aerodactyl. Yep. I think this puts us in a medium bad position though, because I'm going to only have Talonflame and he has Basculegion. I assume that's Giga Drain that's happening right now. Is there... There's not like a down detector for Pokemon Champions, but I don't know if this... I mean, I have had no internet issues all day. Had none playing this morning. Yeah, I mean, I see people on Reddit. 3 games in a row, I got stuck on communicating and then unable to communicate with server. The only way we win this is by making calls. If I play this straight, I lose. I'm going to have to assume the Venusaur is protecting. The Basculegion is the biggest threat. Venusaur is not protecting. That's a concern. Would have loved to know what move to use last turn, but connection issues are what they are. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've lost this one. I mean, that was 120 something damage. Yeah, that's game. I don't know. I only see 2 Reddit posts in the last 2 hours talking about connection issues. Maybe it's not widespread. Maybe it's a regional thing. I've seen games before have localized outages to one server region. I assume the US has multiple server regions for Champions. You know, most things have East and South and West and North and all that servers. Alright, so this almost guaranteed is the Glimmora plus Whimsicott start, which I have not really thought about how I deal with that. Probably with my own Glimmora plus Talonflame, but then he just hits me with Rock Slide. I think this is my best combo against it. And Blastoise, and we're definitely going to need Tailwind this game. Okay. Alright, now we get to the mind games. If I Earth Power his Glimmora, I am in a huge advantage. However, he might Spiky Shield, but also he might Tailwind, in which case he always outspeeds me, so I should Spiky Shield. But if he knows I'm going to Spiky Shield, he's going to Sludge Bomb my Glimmora. So I'm going to make the risky play of Machagacha plus Earth Power. Expecting him to... That is not the move I wanted to see. I guess it means not protect though, so that's fine. I guess he was worried about Tailwind, or sorry, Trick Room on my Sinistcha. I heard a saying a while back of like, oh, that was such a VGC turn. Meaning like things that are very indicative to happen in these ranked doubles at the high ladders, right? Slash in tournaments. And one of the ones that I really enjoyed. Ooh, he probably hits me with Encore here, huh? He encores me into Earth Power, and I can't hit the Charizard. I think I have to take the risk, though. And here we Shadow Ball him. Anyway, and that turn just really made me think of its hits a move that should be a one-shot kill, but it survived with Focus Sash. Othermon instantly replies with should be a one-hit kill, but also survived with Focus Sash, followed by a taunt that did nothing, preceded by, you know, just very indicative of the play patterns. Team I might try out next weekend. No promises. Just rambling thoughts. I have been interested with Weather Ball Whimsicott plus Char Y. So you can still hit with strong fire type moves even when you have when you're protecting with your Charizard. You could even do something like Mega plus Protect and then just hard swap and still get the Weather Balls off. It's an interesting idea. He does not have Tailwind up. So here it's Water Spout plus Tailwind. No. It's either Fake Out plus Dual Wing Beat, which I think, if his Whimsicott has Protect, I instantly lose this game. If he doesn't, I'm in a very good position. Most Whimsicotts don't run Protect. His Whimsicott outspeeds me. Okay, I did the right play here, I think, but now it's going to be hard to get the Water Spouts off. I did not think Whimsicott outsped Talonflame. He doesn't. Do I not have... Yeah, I'm 178. I'm not plus speed nature. Okay, that's a live and learn kind of thing. Yeah, so here it's definitely... He outspeeds and will hit with Solar Beam. I should not click Water Spout. So I'm going to Dark Pulse there. Dual Wing Beat the Charizard? That feels bad. It's not bad. So, I don't like Basculegion in the general sense that everyone's using it right now. But, you know, I, as you saw in the very beginning, have Basculegion on my main climbing team. And I really like it as a way to finish out games. That being said, I do not think you should be running Basculegion on Char Y teams, because setting the sun up just hurts your Basculegion so much. I mean, we lose here anyway, right? Like, yeah. Aqua Jet brings me down to... Huh. Ah, that's why. Should have brought me down to like 15. I kill the Char Y. He kills me next turn. Alright, we're going to give this team maybe about 3-4 more goes. I am not feeling as in love with the... I've actually gone down in rank since we started. I think I started at 740. 1740 Elo. Anyway, I am not absolutely in love with the Mega Blastoise playstyle. If you were just doing a session where you were planning on, like, the only thing you cared about is games per minute, it's a very quick, like, did I win or did I lose by, I only need 171. No, sorry, because he can have up to 32 there. Excuse me. 185 is the speed I need to beat. I don't know. Whoa, no, I want Jolly. I don't know where you would put those, though. Maybe that, just to, like, mess with people's calcs a little bit. I mean, if you really wanted to, like... That. Probably slightly more optimal in most situations. But I like this better. I was also considering Feather Dance. -2 attack seems really powerful right now. Specifically, even if I can't kill the Basculegion, giving it -2 attack I feel like might be better than doing like 40% of its health. So that's how I'm going to do this. Yeah, I was considering we should put Taunt on him so we could taunt Whimsicott, but Taunt is a dark type move, so it won't have priority on him. I don't know how many people we even have watching. I think literally just my wife. But in case anyone else is watching, I don't know how many of you played back when Talonflame was first introduced, when Talonflame was completely oppressive. Okay, so again, it's the Whimsicott plus Glimmora start, so we do this. We have to bring our Blastoise. And then... probably Sylveon, I think. So for everyone who... we don't have Tailwind doing this. This looks like a pretty slow team. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Talonflame's hidden ability, Gale Wind, is while your HP is at 100%, all flying type moves gain +1 priority. If I remember correctly, when Talonflame was first introduced, it was just flying type moves have +1 priority. Period. Doesn't matter what your HP is at. And VGC was a thing back then, but it wasn't as popular. I was a singles player. Whatever, right? Choice Band, Brave Bird, Gale Wings, Talonflame was a either you have an answer to it or you die situation. He's immune to Shadow Ball once he transforms. Do I think he's going to Tailwind here? Yes. Do I think I outslow him? Yes. If he doesn't Tailwind here, this really hurts. That's not Whimsicott. But I did get the Trick Room up, so it's fine. I forgot. I thought he only had Bulletproof after he Mega Evolved. For anyone who missed what happened, that's not Whimsicott, that's Hisuian Zoroark, whose ability makes him look like the last Pokemon you picked. Yeah, I don't think it matters what order his team is there. I think it matters the order he picked them in. I have a Hisuian Zoroark. I want to play around with him at some point. Wow. I know. Sorry, I'm just a little bit speechless at how much this guy's team just completely shuts me down. I'm not running a particularly meta team right now, but it's still interesting that his team just completely negates my team. I think it's Sludge Bomb into the Whimsicott and Hyper Beam into the Chestnut. This feels bad. Bitter Malice is 65 base power, and it like doubles if they're poisoned or something. I think it would have been better for him to run Shadow Ball there, because he would have just got the kill. Alright, well, at this point, we have to both hope he thinks I'm protecting Glamora, or win the speed tie to be able to get this off on his Glamora. Sylveon needs to recharge after using Hyper Beam. That is Mega Glamora. I don't mean to sound mean when I say this, right? Like, I lost to this team. He deserves the win, right? Like, the Wide Guard caught me by surprise, the Bulletproof, right? He definitely deserves this win. However, I would have loved to play against this team when I'm not running this weird, goofy Mega Blastoise team. I don't think there's any way we win this. I mean, we'll play it out. Just to see Blastoise go. No, he outspeeds me. Yeah, there's no need to even play it out. Let's swap over to the other team. The other team that I have is a pretty straightforward Rain team. I may make the Pavilion Blastoise team. God, I have... Our rating was like 15k when we started. I have dropped down 15,000 points. There are positions. This is crazy. All right. So the point of this team: Sableye, Prankster, Rain Dance, and then Archaludon, Electroshot goes Burr. Dragonite, Thunder goes Burr. Again, Talonflame for an aggressive Tailwind user. Sneasler for Fake Out because it's never bad. We also have Gengar just in case we don't want to double up on the electric moves. I think most games we will probably go Gengar, Archaludon, Sneasler, Sableye. But if we need the Talonflame, he's there. The Talonflame has to replace the Sneasler slot because we need the Sableye to be able to set the rain for us. Select this team. This is the slightly tankier Mega Gengar that uses Perish Song, but the goal is not to Perish Trap the enemy, not as like the primary win condition. I will admit I am not the best at running Perish Trap teams. It is a skill that you have to learn, and I have not learned it. I could do it at like Ultra Ball rank. I cannot get away with it at Master Ball 3 or 2. Okay, so this is probably just dual Blizzard spam from the get-go. So I need my Talonflame, probably Archaludon. Actually, just being able to set rain might really mess with them. So Sableye plus Archaludon, Gengar, and match looks better for Sneasler, I think. I could also just bring the Dragonite, which actually is not a bad idea. I don't plan on Mega-ing him. What? Oh. Don't plan on Mega-ing him, but just being able to have Dragon Pulse against the Garchomp, who we probably outspeed. Probably don't outspeed, honestly. But we survive one hit. The problem is, if he gets the dual Blizzard setup going, Dragonite just dies to it immediately. I mean, Sneasler does too. He's pretty squishy. I think Sneasler's the better play here. This is the what I kind of mentally refer to as the taking advantage of closed team sheet and your expectations version of Archaludon, where we're running Sturdy and Choice Scarf. This is actually interesting with the Gliscor. Gliscor is going to hit Tailwind here, 100%. I think we just Rain Dance and Electro Shot. The other option is Draco Meteor, but I think this works out better. Because here it's probably Tailwind plus Close Combat on the Archaludon. And then next turn I can Quash plus Electro Shot again. Very few people expect the fact that Choice Scarf lets you outspeed Sneasler. Once his Unburden's up, it won't, but he never gets his Unburden now. And then he gets Tailwind up here. Yep. And then that doesn't matter because next turn we just quash whatever he throws out. And with this being Sturdy, we can survive even a Earthquake from the... I don't know what you'd run on Gliscor. I don't think he gets high horsepower. And you probably don't want to Earthquake when you have your own Frostlass out. What does Gliscor even get? Gliscor. Yeah, he does get high horsepower. He gets Crunch. Like, I don't think he has a good answer here. Oh, I should have Rain Danced. I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. For anyone who missed what happened, Mega Frostlass, when it Mega Evolves, sets Snow. Obviously. I'm supposed to click Rain Dance there, and I just forgot that that's the play I'm supposed to make. I don't think it matters whether we have Rain Dance up now or not. They have two turns of that left, so here we foul play the Gliscor, and we Throat Chop the Frostlass. No, I think we do set the rain up. This makes it where they can't use Aurora Veil, which would be one of the big things that could flip this game in there. Yep, there it is. Cool. In their favor. Yep, we go down to Focus Sash, which means we outspeed it next turn and probably kill it with a Close Combat. I do have Unburden on this Sneasler, right? I didn't even check. I built this team, not like planned it out in Pokemon Showdown, but actually like physically put the Mons together in Champions. It is Unburden. Okay, cool. Yeah, so here it's foul play on the Gliscor and close combat on the Glaceon. The only way this really hurts is if the Glaceon protects, but there's a good chance the Glaceon is Choice Scarf. So I don't... If it protects, we basically can ignore it. Slash, it might not even run protect. Cool. It's... okay. Bright Powder plus Snow Cloak is its ability. Gives you a 10% chance to miss. Okay. Perish Song is not an option here. Sableye is the slowest, so it would be fine. However, we do not... we cannot survive 3 turns. We could quash the Glaceon. The Gliscor's high horsepower is the real threat here, I think. But we could just protect. It's either protect or it's Sludge Wave. It's protect. Yep, there's high horsepower. But then here's Blizzard, right? Yep. Hopefully it misses. Nope. I mean, part of this is playing around RNG. I did not realize he was going to have a 10% chance to dodge the attack. It happens. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Miss? Oh, okay. That actually gets us back in the game. Shadow Ball on Glaceon probably gets the kill. It's slightly less damage, but it's not spread. I do think we protect here, just to still out the Tailwind turns, just in case it matters. Freeze Dry. He doesn't want to play around with misses anymore. Okay. We can definitely survive 2 freeze dries. We took him from 57 down to 33, which is only 24% with that poison wave, sludge wave, so we have to shadow ball him here. It's okay. It happens. I really do think that game pivoted on the 10% mischance, but I mean, that's also why you run Bright Powder, because sometimes you just win games immediately from it. Okay, he's probably starting with... If he sees I have a Sneasler, he's probably starting with his Dragapult, because most of them are built to kill opposing Sneaslers. So I think Archaludon plus Talonflame is my best start here. I think we do bring Gengar in the back. Sorry, nope. We don't need the rain here. Yeah, okay. Sneasler in the back. It's not the worst. So Dragapult. Dragapult. There it is, Dragapult. It has 213 as his maximum speed. Our Chaludon with I don't think he has plus speed nature. It's 137, so under Tailwind we do outspeed. So it's... Oh... I actually think we do this. So... a lot of Dragapults run Focus Sash, so we won't be able to actually kill him in one hit. So if we instead hit the Dragonite, it'll go up against Multiscale, but it'll do a ton of damage and maybe kill his Mega. To break the Multiscale, we Dual Wing Beat him at priority. Multiscale says while your HP is exactly 100%, you take half damage. You can see there the second hit of the Dual Wing Beat did twice as the damage as the first one. He gets up Light Screen, that might actually survive. The Draco now. I don't know, this is a really hard hitting Draco. Yeah, there we go, cool. If this is a fully support Dragapult, right, like Will-O-Wisp, Reflect, Light Screen, U-Turn, we can more or less ignore it. Gengar definitely comes in here. So we're not going to be max HP anymore. I think we need to Tailwind here, or we need to Dual Wing Beat the Dragapult. Because if the Dragapult has Shadow Ball... no, I think we can Dual Wing Beat the... Yeah, we need to do the Dragapult. If he has Shadow Ball, he is a threat to our Gengar. He shouldn't have Shadow Balled that slot this turn. So obviously, very small chance that he called it, but let's see what happens here. It's probably Hyper Voice. It's Dragon Darts. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Oh. That is not perfectly fine. I really was expecting Hyper Voice. I don't think that could even matter though. Sylveon Hyper Beam is absolutely crazy. So here we Throat Chop, and do we need Tailwind? Who does he have in the back? I don't think we need Tailwind anymore, so we just Dual Wing Beat again. Yeah, because the Sylveon can't move this turn. That's fine. Okay, well, that's less fine. Alright, so here we Dire Claw and we Dual Wing Beat the Sylveon. The last Mon he has is either the Steel Bird, Corviknight, or Gyarados. Okay. I mean, yeah, gets the -1 attack on both of them. It's probably the most use he'll get out of it this whole match, or he could get out of it the whole match. Okay, missing 2 Dual Wing Beats in a row is a little bit tilting, I'm not gonna lie. Throat Chop there, and We have Arch Aladon in the back who needs to be able to lock in. He doesn't even have his steel move. That Sylveon is actually more terrifying than he probably realizes it is for me. In fact, I think we need to throw out Arch Aladon now, so we can come in without the -1 attack to threaten the Sylveon later. Getting the burn on the Sneasler is actually huge. Okay, now he's forced to bring in the Sylveon. Hopefully he went for Waterfall against the Talonflame. Nope. Okay. So it's got to be dual Wing Beat and not Electroshock, and it's not Snarl. It can't be Draco, so it's got to be a resisted by both of them Aura Sphere. Oh, this feels bad. I mean, the other option is I assume he is going to Hyper Beam Arch Aladon again, in which case I should Draco the Gyarados. This is a very risky play. Draco gets the kill, maybe? This is a very bulky Gyarados. Nope, we've lost. Right, because here it's Waterfall into Talonflame. Yep. I think what would have made the difference this turn, or this game, is focusing the Dragapult less, and also not swapping my Gengar in on the Hyper Beam. Oh god, we've dropped so much. Okay, it was an experiment with Mega Blastoise. It happens. The other team I'm experimenting or thinking about experimenting with next stream, I saw. Let me pick my mons and I'll explain it. So this is probably Tailwind plus Stone Axe again. So I think we do these two. Sneasler will lose his Focus Sash when he comes in, but I think that's fine. Alright. The other thing I saw, this was by someone who was in the champion tier using this team and streaming. I don't remember his name right now. I can try to find it before next week if I do bring this team. Anyway, Garganacl, where its only attacking move was Explode. And I think the way he was using it was Garganacl would explode and Whimsicott would click Tailwind, and then it would kill his own Whimsicott. I think it was like minus defense nature or something silly. So he would get Tailwind and Explode, and then could bring in his two like hyper offense spread move mons. Which, you know, he's in champion tier winning games with it, so I'm not saying it doesn't work. That being said, I think it might be more interesting to have him next to either a ghost type like a Mega Gengar, or actually play work really well next to Mega Gengar. Alright, so here we Rain Dance and we Electroshock. The idea being that he explodes Mega Gengar to also you put Silk Sash on him so for 20% extra damage. He explodes, Mega Gengar would then hit someone else with like Shadow Ball. I think in the team they were running, it was Mega Heracross, and so the plan was that like Whimsicott and your Garganacl would die, and then you would bring in like Mega Heracross and I don't remember what the other one was. I just don't rate Mega Heracross as a mon that much personally. Okay, so he sets the snow. I override it with rain. And he's not going for a priority move. So that's a Moonblast coming out. Okay, we kill him next turn. Unless his Blizzard kills me, because that's going to break my Sturdy. Please miss, please miss, please miss. Yeah! Okay, I mean, I can't complain too much. I got the 30% miss chance. Do we think Frostlass protects here? Most people won't protect in front of a Sableye, but Sableye being frozen might change the math. So I think to cover for it, we foul play there. And we Electroshot the Whimsicott. It's resisted, but we'll be +2. Who do we have in the back? Can anyone... the Throat Chop will deal with it pretty well. Yeah, we Electroshot the Whims here. That's not protect. That's not what we wanted to see. Okay, well... doesn't matter. Maybe I should have quashed with Sableye so he'd have the 10% chance of waking up. But... yeah. So I think here we have to Dire Claw the Whimsicott. And protect. Because he's going to outspeed and hit me with Shadow Ball, and I don't think I survive it. I mean, the other option is we just Throat Chop here, but then he can hit me with Encore. So it's got to be Dire Claw here. Mega and protect. Did he read that I was going to protect and double into the Sneasler? He did. Alright, that's game. Because here he just Encores. I mean, we'll give it one more turn to see if he doesn't have Encore. But if he has Encore, he wins immediately. Yep, there it is. We lose. So... this is the experience I've been having at the higher Master Ball tier. And I don't really know the best way to put it in words. But I have my team that I've been climbing with. I mean, you saw I climbed up to... oh, we're almost down to 60,000 on the ladder again. Climbed up to the top 15k with that team. I then experiment with teams that I think will be better for the stream. And maybe not let... I don't feel like they're any less reliable. They're just maybe a bit more fun to watch, slash not watching me grind the exact same team again as the last 2 weeks. And then I just lose a whole bunch. So we might just go back to the other team I was playing. Yeah, I think it's probably Gengar. Sneasler. Talonflame. We need to get rid of Snarl on him. This feels bad, but I think this is how I have to do it. Because if he brings the Charizard, we probably want the Rain Dance. I was thinking yesterday, if Regulation MB adds some more Megas in, if we get Mega Swampert, I am probably making a hard Rain team with Rain Dance, Sableye, Mega Swampert, Archaladon, and probably Basculegion, and just going all in on water. I think we actually perish here. I think we perish and fake out. What do we throat chop? It could be Shadow Ball. No, it's definitely perish because he protects, because he wants to get the Calm Mind up. But just in case he doesn't, we fake out. Sableye won't be locked in by the perish, but the Espathra will. By the Shadow Tag, you know what I mean. It wasn't protect. Okay, but Throat Chop would have been the wrong move. I think here Shadow Ball probably would have been the right move. If you Baton Pass, is it? I know Baton Pass takes some weird things with it, like Aqua Ring and Ingrain. Does Baton Pass take Perish Song? Okay, I think it does. Maybe I should have done Sludge Wave there. I expect him to Baton Pass out now. I mean, we'll find out if Baton Pass takes Perish Song in just a moment then. Yep, there's that out. Into Sinistcha to heal him back up to full. We hit him with Quash to guarantee I go first, even though he's +2 speed. I'm still worried this doesn't kill, and then he hits me back with Lumia Crash. It does kill, okay, good. And then I have to swap my Gengar out this turn. Like, hard have to. Yeah, so it's Archaladon and it's Rain Dance here, I'm pretty sure. Or it's Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave's not bad. We can always Rain Dance next turn. When Gengar comes back out, because I have Sludge Wave, not Sludge Bomb, it will be fine. I don't have to worry about the redirection from Sinistcha. However, he has a 4th Mon in the back. He has his Sableye. So I need to be careful to not just like hyper focus on what's currently here on the field. Oh, okay. Archaladon has, I think, 2 turns. That did 9 damage, so yeah, he has 2 turns, assuming he doesn't take damage. So here we 100% have to... We can't hit Electroshot because the rain wasn't set up for me. Okay. Oh, and it's Draco there, and it's Sludge Wave, and we probably lose. So I have about half an hour left of streaming before I need to call it a day. We've lost a lot experimenting with these different teams. I might just swap back to my previous team that I actually climbed with and try to dig myself out of the hole I've spent the last 2 hours digging. Yep, Archaladon dies next turn. Again, or to any damage that he gets. Did we see him use Light Screen before? We saw him use Reflect for sure. I mean, it's got to be Draco there and Sludge Wave again. The thoughts behind this... Okay. Anyway, the thought behind this team is Sludge Wave ignores all the pesky redirection going around in the meta right now. And putting it next to Archaladon would be funny. Okay. So if his Sableye has either Quash or Foul Play, I think we lose. Otherwise, we win. I think his Sableye has Fake Out, Reflect, Light Screen. Could be Quash. That was supposed to be a Protect, but it failed. It didn't fail. The paralysis happened. Okay. Encore might be his final move as well, so I don't want to do anything weird with like Protect, trying to... There it is, yep. Okay, I mean, we're only 40,000 slots lower than where we started. So let's go back to the team that I actually climbed with and spend the next half hour digging me out of this. Alright, so he's probably starting Ninetales plus Glimmora. So I want to do probably these two. And then if he brings the washing machine in the back, we probably want Pangoro. So we'll have a, yep, there we go. So Pangoro here is Iron Fist. Ice Punch one-shots Garchomp. Drain Punch, either 1 or 2 shots. Kingambit, depends on like Choppleberry and how bulky they are. I think Choppleberry, but not a lot of bulk, we one-shot anyway, but most of them are running, well, this one couldn't be Focus Sash because Focus Sash is on the Glimmora. I will admit my team struggles a bit with Rotom Wash here. Specifically, he 1 or 2 shot kills Aerodactyl, and almost always 1 shot kills Basculegion. I actually think Rotom Wash is in a really good place right now as far as anti-meta mons go. If you have a slightly slower team, because him being able to spread Will-O-Wisp to Garchomp while levitating over the earthquakes is really good. Him being able to Will-O-Wisp Kingambit without much threat of being clapped back too hard is good. Yep. Cool. I Twin Beam here, and I swap to Aerodactyl here. Because he's going to Earth Power my Archaludon, and he's going to Tailwind. Aerodactyl will come in, be immune, and then we get the kill with Twin Beam. And then next turn I can hit back with Trick Room to just completely negate his Tailwind. Unless I'm really misreading this and it's like Mega Glimmora. But even still, I think this is just more or less completely... Ooh. Okay, so no Tailwind. This works super well in my favor. I'm going to get a kill in exchange for nothing. Yep, and then it's Earth Power into the Aerodactyl, right? Yep, cool, I take nothing. And then Twin Beam gets the kill here, I'm pretty sure. It does not. Ooh. I don't have Protect on this Aerodactyl. I think we have to go back into Archaludon here. My Aerodactyl is Wide Guard, Dual Wing Beat, Rock Slide, Ice Fang. Ice Fang, I don't want to say guarantees one-shots Garchomp, because if he's max HP and some defense investment, I think he survives. Maybe max HP alone's enough. Ooh, that's bad. That's actually really bad for us. We know his Garchomp is faster than my Archaludon. However, if the Trick Room goes on, and then my... Yeah, because Pangoro can always come out. Okay, yeah, so here we Trick Room... And we Flash Cannon. This feels bad. This Earthquake's gonna hurt a lot. In fact, it might kill my Archaludon. It might be better for me to Protect here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna Protect. +2 Earthquake, I'm pretty sure kills this Archaludon. Yep, and then we eat the Citrus Berry, and then he Hydro Pumps. Okay, sure. If Garchomp is running Swords Dance, he's not also running Protect. 90% confidence on that. So here it's just Flash Cannon and Twin Beam. I was experimenting with running either Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse on this Archaludon. I just really feel like Archaludon struggles from the like I need more than 4 moves syndrome pretty bad. You want Protect so you can maximize your leftovers recovery. You want leftovers because you have stamina, so the longer you're on the field the better, right? You want Flash Cannon to deal with fairies, specifically Sylveon. Although now that most Sylveon are running Hyper Beam, you don't really want to be against it. He has Swords Dance and So it's Swords Dance, Protect, Earthquake, Rock Slide. That's it. Or maybe it's Earthquake, Dragon Claw. Okay, I feel pretty confident I can ignore that Garchomp, so long as I bring out Aerodactyl at the end. Not ignore, but don't care if he's alive. Anyway, you want the Thunderbolt to deal with the Basculegions. You want the Aura Pulse to deal with Aura Sphere, to deal with other Archaludons and Kingambits. You want the Flash Cannon to deal with the... I maybe should have just let him Earthquake his own Glimmora here, instead of wasting the damage. You also want the Dragon Pulse to deal with things like this. I'm expecting the washing machine to come out here. So if he priority dual wing beats my Pangoro, I probably die. But this is a really tanky Pangoro. I think it's just Trick Room, Ice Punch, and Rock Slide. Considering if I Ice Fang to deal with the fact, I'm gonna have to trust that Pangoro survives this dual wing beat. I'm not sure he does. Oh. Okay, yeah, we take that. I think he forgot I had Trick Room up. Or he thought I would protect? I'm not super sure what his plan was there. Because now it's just Rotom Wash. And Pangoro definitely solos Rotom Wash with Drain Punch. Yeah, there it is. Feels kind of bad for him. He made one bad call and lost the game for it, but sometimes just that's just how the game goes, you know? Especially on these close games like that. I wasn't too worried about the Garchomp because Wide Guard, but Pangoro did not really have an effective way to deal with the Talonflame. Alright, so here it's probably going to be Whimsicott and Earthworm up front. I don't really want to set Trick Room though. Maybe I do. The only thing that can really take advantage of it is Earthworm. It might just be Archaludon and Farigiraf up front. And then Aerodactyl and Garchomp in the back. I don't like Farigiraf here. It might be Basculegion in the front. Basculegion last respects into the... maybe it should just be Pangoro up front. Yeah, I mean, let's do this. And then this is like, if I can get through the Whimsicott, Pangoro is really good against this team. It's gonna be Basculegion in the back though. I just can't risk getting down to Whimsicott being one of the last Mons, or being on the field when I have to bring Pangoro out, and then Moonblast one-shots me, even if it's has basically no investment into its special attack. Okay, so here it's Earthquake and whatever. Make a tail, Shed Tail, that's it. He's going to Earthquake before my Archaladon goes, so he won't get the heal. This might be worth. Oh, this definitely might be worth. Never mind, my Garchomp's probably dying here. Oh, no, we're fine. Yeah, we're super fine. Because my Archaladon, or sorry, my Garchomp guarantees outspeeds his Garchomp next turn. Because he doesn't know I'm Choice Scarf. He could be Choice Scarf as well. It might be better to protect. But no, I'm pretty sure he's not Choice Scarf. Yeah, so here it's just Aura Sphere and Dragon Claw again. Last season I took... Okay, that's fair. Last season I took Earthworm pretty high up the rankings. With Glimmora. Mega Glimmora. Because they'd be like, oh, 4x effective to ground, and you just swap in Earthworm and get the hill. And then you can just Shed Tail back out. Again, it's one of those things that worked medium okay. I'm taking a Moonblast in this spot. I think Aerodactyl needs to be the one to take it. He probably knows I'm Choice Scarf now, especially by the way I just swapped out. Yep. Helping Hand, and then Moonblast into Aerodactyl. Dazzling Gleam. Interesting. I feel like we're in a pretty good place here, because now we can just Last Respects, and we can Mega and Dual Wing Beat, as long as we don't roll the 10% miss chance with Dual Wing Beat. We kill both of these. His Garchomp comes back in and dies to Ice Fang, and then it's just whatever his Mega is. I think it was Charizard, in which case Basculegion deals with that pretty well. I mean, Aerodactyl does as well, right? Like, we outspeed and we Rock Slide. And then just in case something weird happens, we also click Wave Crash. I'm expecting it to be Tailwind here. It's not Tailwind. Okay. I just need to not miss the 10% chance. And then one more, not miss. Yep, cool. I don't want to call it early, but I'm pretty sure this basically guarantees I win. We know for a fact his Garchomp is not not Choice Scarf, so he can't outspeed my Aerodactyl. We know for a fact he's low enough that Ice Fangs is a guaranteed kill. And then this is Feraligatr, which our Garchomp will outspeed and kill once he gets hit, after he gets hit by this Last Respect. Because I want to say our Dragon Claw does like 70-something% to Feraligatr, and a 100 base power adaptability boosted Last Respect will do at least 30%. It'll probably do closer to 60% if I had to guess. Aqua Jet against my... Okay, you know what? I don't hate Shiny Feraligatr as much as I hated regular Feraligatr. Yeah, there it is. Aqua Jet against my Aerodactyl would have been the only threatening thing. I probably should have planned around that better, honestly. But he didn't see it, so we're not punished. Yep, there it is. 66%, just like I said. I said 60, but, you know, close enough. And then here we outspeed and we win. Like, even an Aqua Jet doesn't do anything here. Come on. So, something you may have noticed is my Garchomp here is Choice Scarf, but is also running Protect. Part of that is I use this Garchomp on other teams. Oh, really? For anyone who missed what that said, it said the battle could not be completed, so it didn't count as a win for us. That's frustrating. Mentally, I'm taking that as a win, but it just sucks that it doesn't count as an actual win on the ladder. Regardless, this is another one of those like closed team sheet mind games with people. Throwing out Garchomp and protecting and then swapping him out. People will assume that he is not Choice Scarf. And when you swap him back in later, you can surprise them. It's a bit clumsy, but it has won me some games. Okay, so this is going to be Tailwind plus Eruption potential on turn 1. So we need to start Garchomp. And maybe Basculegion? Maybe Farig? Farig doesn't feel bad. Aerodactyl and Pangoro. Because Farig, I can set up Trick Room if I need to let Pangoro outspeed the Typhlosion if he's trying to come in late. If it's Mega Floette, Pangoro needs to die before Floette comes out, because Floette's Dazzling Gleam will 100% kill him. It's 4x effective and Fairy Aura boosted, so it's probably somewhere close to like 250% damage. Yep, cool. So it's just starting with Rock Slide plus Tailwind plus Eruption. He does know that I'm Choice Scarf, though. That is important. So, Rock Slide plus... Do we Light Screen or do we Imprison here? Oh, so we Light Screen or we Trick Room here? Because we might not have a second turn. I think we Trick Room here. He sets up Tailwind. No, I think we Light Screen here. Okay. Okay, yep. Glad we did not Tailwind. Trick Room. Because he's going for Moonblast. We do survive one. Even better. Now we definitely survive one. Alright, so again, it's Rock Slide. It could also be Earth. Nope, yep, cool. I should have thought more about that last turn, but the flinch helped, so I'm not going to complain. And then Twin Beam on the Typhlosion, just in case something crazy happens. If he dies, we get him. It just moves on to the Whimsicott. So, Infernal Parade. I have found exactly one team where Infernal Parade works, and it's not this team. For those of you that don't know, Infernal Parade is Typhlosion, Hisui, Infernal. 65 base power, 30% chance to burn, double damage if the target already has a status condition. He has 3 turns of Tailwind left. So here I think we do Rock Slide and... I think we just Twin Beam, honestly. Anyway, using Typhlosion as a late game finisher on a team that has Mega... what is his name? Scovillain. Scovillain spreads burn to everyone, and then you can come in at the end with Infernal Parade to do massive damage, like Hyper Beam levels of damage every turn. Even that, it's situational, but that is the only time I have found it to be better than just clicking sorry, it is hard to think. Just clicking Shadow Ball. So we do not have Trick Room up, right? Cool, yeah, so here we protect. And we Trick Room. I still have my Citrus Berry, so I'm not worried about like Dual Wing Beat plus Moonblast. That's perfect. I guess he's worried about Sucker Punch, maybe? And Moonblast doesn't touch him. Yep. And here we kill both of them. Because Ice Punch guaranteed kills Aerodactyl, and Twin Beam guaranteed kills Whimsicott. I'm enjoying Pangoro on my team here. He's a nice answer to a lot of the meta threats. Knockoff kills Basculegion, Drain Punch deals with King Gambit, all that stuff, right? I think I said it before. But also, it just gives me a Trick Room mode on an otherwise very fast team, right? Like I have almost max speed Mega Aerodactyl, and I have a Choice Scarf, almost max speed. Drain Punch there. And there it is, cool. So I have an extremely fast team, but he's bulky enough that him and Farigiraf can last most of Trick Room and just really take advantage of it, or in games like that can just clutch out a win at the end. He definitely has some problems. Obviously, there's a lot of flying type damage going around right now between Talonflame with priority dual wing beat, Aerodactyl with fast dual wing beat. A lot of Pelipers and Dragonites are running Hurricane. Okay, so here we're wanting Farigiraf and Archaludon, I think. We want Garchomp? No, we want Basculegion and Aerodactyl, I think. Basculegion at the end is really good. No, yeah, we don't want Basculegion here. We do want Garchomp. Right, Farig, Archaludon, Aerodactyl, Garchomp. Farig plus Archaludon covers... that's Mega Glamora. Yeah, it's the only Mega on his team. So it's probably either Focus Sash on the Ninetales or the King Gambit. Do we Trick Room here? Because he's going to hit Tailwind there. So we Trick Room and we Thunderbolt. I'm honestly considering replacing something on my team. I'm not sure what yet. Not Pangoro. With the Blastoise we saw before. and then having a fast Garchomp plus Aerodactyl mode, and then a slow Farigiraf plus Pangoro plus Blastoise mode, with Archaludon being the shared asset. Oh. Not Tailwind. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, we just Twin Beam the Talonflame and he dies. And then we... Thorus? Yeah, Thunderbolt or Aurisphere? Who might he swap in? He might swap the Garchomp in, but I don't think he'd swap it in on the Rotom slot. Not this turn, at least. Yeah, so we just Thunderbolt there, trying to get the paralysis chance. I've seen a lot of people talking recently about replacing Farigiraf with Reuniclus, or with, because he does more damage and has Regenerator, or with Orangaru for Instruct. I think Orangaru only really works if you're a hard Trick Room team. I would love a battle log to see what just happened, because I have no clue. Cool, I got Paralysis. Did he Thunderbolt me, or did he... Looks like he Thunderbolted me. Okay. I mean, here it's just Twin Beam and Flash Cannon. Maybe I should have Twin Beamed the Rotom. I want to make sure the Ninetales doesn't hold on with a Focus Sash, though. There you go. Cool. Okay, he's trying to stall out the Trick Room, which, honestly, is perfectly fine with me. I think I need to get Light Screen up while we have 2 turns of Trick Room left, because next turn he might Protect again. But I'm not guaranteed Farigiraf survives this turn yet, so it's got to be Light Screen and Flash Cannon. Because if Aerodactyl comes out while there's a 1 HP because of Focus Sash, Ninetales on the field, or even just while Rotom Wash is still on the field, we're in trouble because his Thunderbolt hurts. Yep. Cool. Light Screen here was the right call. I think we go Aerodactyl to bait the Thunderbolt and we swap into Garchomp is the correct play here. And then Garchomp comes in the turn, like his first turn will be when there's no more Trick Room and he can just Rock Slide or Earthquake. Probably Rock Slide because Rotom Wash will still be on the field. We have 1 turn of Trick Room left. Yeah, so here we swap to Garchomp, and we Flash Cannon the Glimmora. I'm expecting Spiky Shield from the Glimmora, and then Rotom hits Lightning Thunderbolt into the Garchomp, which takes no damage. Rotom Protecting is not what I had on my bingo card. Ah, it's just double protect. Okay. My Archaludon doesn't have any plus defense, right? Correct. So we need to be very careful about clicking Earthquake here. So I think we Earthquake and we Protect. Yep, it's Mega Glamora. It does Earth Power into... Actually, my Garchomp might still go first. Yep, cool. Alright, and then here we swap Garchomp out because we don't want to be Choice Scarfed into that move forever. Honestly, I don't care about the Will-O-Wisp. I mean, it hurts, right? It's minus 50% physical damage, but of all the things he can do, that was one of the least threatening. Cool. Awesome. I have time for one more, and then I'm going to call it. I will probably start end the stream lower than I started off because I tried playing fun teams instead of just the one that I've been hyper optimizing. So like, it's not even really like a. Let me put it like this: this is not a team I would bring to a tournament. This is a team specifically built to deal with the threats in the ladder meta right now, and it takes advantage of closed team sheet a lot. Yeah, I think it's Archaludon, Aerodactyl, Pangoro. This will probably be the same play we made last turn on turn 1, where it's Twin Beam plus swap to Aerodactyl. It's just an extremely solid play. And then if they have Tailwind up, it'll probably be Trick Room and swap to Pangoro and try to get some mileage out of him before Trick Room ends. He works decently well outside of Trick Room, but not well enough that I'd want to have him at the very end when they potentially have a Whimsicott in the back. Yeah, so here we Trick Room and we... Actually, I think we Light Screen and Protect. He's probably going to Earthquake and Heat Wave. I don't know if Farigiraf even survives that. I think it needs to be Trick Room and Protect. And then we can Light Screen next turn if we still want to. If I thought he was going to Protect here with the Charizard, Light Screen is the better play. But most Archaludons aren't running Thunderbolt, so I don't think he's going to expect me to hit him with the super effective damage next turn. Okay, well, one of my Joy-Con batteries is low, but as I said, this is my last game before I call it for the day on stream, so that works out. That did more than I expected. Okay, here he expects the Aerodactyl to outspeed and protect, and one shot, so he hits Protect. Meanwhile, I hit Ice Fang, and just in case he's not, Thunderbolt covers it. Yep. Sure, Wims takes a Thunderbolt here. It's not the worst. That is Scarf Chomp. Because he outspeeds my my Aerodactyl. That is a Scarf Chomp that's also EV'd to survive Ice Fang? They don't have Tailwind, right? Garchomp, maximum speed is 169. Yeah, it's gotta be Scarf Chomp. Okay. I mean, it's dual Wing Beat here. No, it's Rocks. Yeah, it's probably dual Wing Beat here, and then Protect. Come on. Okay, I assume it was... I went first with dual Wing Beat, and then he Earthquaked into nothing. There's a chance he got Tailwind off, I just don't know, because this game reconnects you to an animation instead of showing you what happened, which is a little bit frustrating. Even just like a Pokemon Showdown style text box of what happened, or a battle log or something would be nice. Regardless, if I can kill his other Mon this turn, whatever he swaps out, Garchomp will be stuck in. Does he have Tailwind up? He got Tailwind up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, the sun's up, and he only has one dead Pokemon, so I don't think Aerodactyl's threatened. So this should be, especially if he Earthquakes his own Basket Legion. My other Joy-Con's low too. Okay. Yep. And then I'm pretty sure either of my attacks... Ooh, it's Citrus Berry though. He might survive the dual Wing Beat, if that's the only thing that hits him. There we go. He's now locked into Earthquake forever. I was really hoping to keep my Aerodactyl alive so I could just continue to ignore the Earthquake. But this is a pretty good position for me. I can double protect and this Harsh Sun runs out. And he has no way of setting it back up. Which will make his Heat Wave hit a lot lower, and they'll give me an extra turn of Protect. Yeah, I mean, here we just Protect and... nope, and Protect. This is a good match to end on. His first Earthquake did about 50% to me. I have +2 defense now, so it'll do about 25% to me. 197 times 0.25. I expect the next one to do about 50 to me, the next Earthquake. I don't think I survive Heat Wave and Earthquake. But now he can't use Weather Ball. I mean, he can, but it's just bad. Earthquake probably still kills him, though, which sucks. So it's got to be Drain Punch and Thunderbolt, I think. Oh, if Charizard protects here, he wins. I mean, he might just win anyway. I should have swapped out that turn instead of leaving Aerodactyl in to take the wave crash. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's game. Alright, well, it was a fun stream, maybe not a particularly productive stream. This is 3 streams in a row now where I've lost rank, and then I go and I grind back up and I get my rank back. I will say the first 2 streams I definitely felt like it was because I was struggling to be a entertaining streamer while also winning games. Whereas here, I definitely feel I was able to be entertaining while not having it impact my thinking as much. It was just the team kind of dragged me down because I was experimenting. But we only went down a net total of 11,000 slots on the ladder. I can probably get back into Master Ball 2 before the next stream next Saturday. Anyway, I gotta go before my Joy-Cons die and I can't get out of the screen. So it's been fun, guys.